Hey, this is Pepper Rodgers with a lesson for acoustic guitar on using sus chords. Even if you're not familiar with the term sus chords or suspended chords, you know the sound from songs like Bob Dylan's Tangled Up in Blue, or The Who's Pinball Wizard, or a whole bunch of James Taylor songs like Fire and Rain or Country Road. They all use sus chords as a key part of the sound. So in this lesson, we're going to check out some sus chord fingerings and try them out in some short chord patterns. The idea of sus chords is pretty simple. A basic chord consists of the root, the third, and the fifth. And in a sus chord, all you do is you replace the third with either the second for a sus2 chord or the fourth for a sus4 chord. So here's what that looks like on a D. So there's a D major. Now if I play the first string open, I've taken out the third and replaced it with the second, and that gives me a D sus2 chord. And if I play instead the first string at the third fret, like that, I've got a D sus4 chord. Similarly, on A, there's an A major chord, and then if I play the second string open, I've got an A sus2 chord. And if I play the second string at the third fret, that's an A sus4 chord. I've replaced the third with the fourth. So here's an exercise for practicing switching between those D and A sus chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's a short strum pattern, again using the D and A sus chord fingerings. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can hear, using those sus chord fingerings adds variety to what would otherwise have been just 2 measures of D major and 2 measures of A major. So let's take a look now at sus chords fingerings on C. There's a C major. Now if I play the fourth string open, and I also mute the first string, I'm just leaning my index finger against the first string to mute it, so I take out the third. That's a C sus2 chord. And then, in the same position, if I play the fourth string on the third fret, and still muting the first string, there's a C sus4. And similarly on F, here's a 4-string version of an F chord, F major. If I play the third string open, that gives me a F sus2. And if I play the third string at the third fret, there's F sus4. So here's an exercise for practicing switching between those C and F sus chord fingering. 1, 2, 3, 4.